Hey yo, here's a little quickie for you. Out in the yard, it's a little cold, so don't mind the socks. Anyway, we're gonna work a little core strength and upper body strength. So you're gonna find yourself with two bricks. Help yourself down to the floor softly. Maybe you use the bricks if it's difficult for you to get to the floor. Take your time, and then once you get there, you're gonna take one of your bricks and put it the long way up in between your thighs, really high up into the groin, and then squeeze it together with your legs. You'll take the other brick and put it underneath your skull on the lowest setting, and then you'll settle in and take both of your hands to your belly and softly squeeze the brick between your thighs. Take a big breath into your gut. Sip in more. And as you exhale, push your gut pretty firmly into the ground. Feel free to hiss like I just did and squeeze your ribs in so you can feel your intercostal muscles. And then keep the tightness in the belly. Breathe in again. And as you exhale, you're going to squeeze the brick and press your belly twice as hard into the ground. Go for it. Now maintain the squeeze in the belly and the thighs. Take another big breath in and lift your hips a centimeter off the ground. Now as you exhale, I want you to dig your heels into the earth and stab your tail up towards the sky. Keep squeezing the brick, keep breathing deeply. And then try and exacerbate those sensations for two more big breaths. Drag the heels back, squeeze the brick together, tuck the tail. You can push your arms into the ground and squeeze your shoulder blades together for the last breath and find total body engagement, full body activation, and fullness with breath. And then slowly keep your tail tucked and roll down vertebra by vertebra. Keep squeezing the brick and then hug your knees towards your chest. Maybe you grab your pants, your hamstrings, or your shins. Keep squeezing the brick and just softly rock side to side and try and keep your tail off of the ground. Now find your breath deep still even as you're squeezing in here. Take in the relaxing sounds of this helicopter coming by. Ah, LA. Okay, and then from here you're gonna put your feet down onto the ground. Hey, wow. And then put your feet together, your knees apart. Take a big breath in, let your groin stretch. And then again, press your belly to the floor as you exhale. Nice, one more big breath here. And double firm. Okay, you're gonna take your feet back to the floor. Take the brick in between your thighs, just as you did before, and then squeeze them together. This time, you're gonna take the brick from under your head and then lay your head back down. Reach your fist forward and up. So up as high towards the sky as you can, and then a little bit forward, and then see if you can take the tension out of your traps and put it down below into your lats and serratus and all that stuff. Once you got that action going on, squeeze the brick with your thighs. Dig into your heels, drag them backwards. Start to tuck your tail, and then lift your tail and keep a crunch in the belly as your tail comes up. And then punch your brick forward and up a little bit more and feel the entire front chain of your body start to activate. Hang on to this for 3 more big breaths. Maybe you increase your intensity with the exhale. Maybe you find that hissing sound through your mouth to engage the muscles surrounding your ribs, front, back, and side. Let's go for it together for 2 more. Maintain the pressure as you breathe in. Go a little further with your hands. Keep all that activation as you slowly start to roll down. Put your tail on the ground, and then put the brick that's in your hands onto your belly. Take a big breath up into that brick. And then make your entire front body run away from the brick into the ground. So include your chest in that. Just feel that whole front line from collarbones to pubic bone engage for 1 more big breath. Maybe double the pressure as you exhale. Great. Pick up your head, chin to chest. Squeeze your pecs towards your belly, and then lift your shoulders as well. And then put the brick underneath your skull again, lay back down. And then take your hands to a T shape out to the sides, palms facing down. Pick up your knees to about the height of your hips, and then get your feet out in front of them for a 90-degree angle. Squeeze the brick together, and then find all that work we did before with front body pressing into the earth, and then slowly roll over onto your right hip. Take a big inhale here, and do all those things we were doing before. Squeeze the brick together. Squeeze the heels to the glutes even so you can engage your hamstrings and press the ribs into the floor. Stay for another breath in. Can you find peacefulness as you work your energy and get kind of intense? One more big breath, channeling power and peace. And then as you exhale, bring your knees back to center. And then immediately roll to the other side. And then re-engage. Squeeze the brick, tuck the tail. Press the belly and the ribs into the floor. And then see if you can really work hard with your body, but keep your face soft and your breath really deep. Squeeze heels towards glutes, engage hamstrings. One more round of breath here. Ooh, we're working. And then bring it back to center on an exhale. Okay, put your feet down, remove the brick, pick up your head, take the other brick in the other hand, and then slowly walk your feet forward. Find all that engagement again. See if you can reach and roll up to a seat, squeezing your front body. If that doesn't work for you, rock and roll. And then you'll find both of your bricks behind you on their lowest setting. Walk them in so they're half on the mat, half off the mat-ish. You can have some fingers facing forward and the thumbs to the insides. And then you're just gonna pick up your butt a little bit, push into your hands. Then softly bend your elbows, but then hug them towards one another pretty firmly, and then re-straighten your arms. Okay, now stay still and see if you can find your belly again in your front body. So find a tuck of the tail, a little pull back of the hamstrings or heels backwards. Squeeze the belly, squeeze the chest, push down into the blocks, and then keep all that engagement in your belly, and let's do the elbow thing again. Bend your elbows a little bit, hug them together a lot, and then straighten your arms, but keep engaged through the gut. Keep tucking the tail, working the hamstrings. Let's do that 3 more times. Bend the elbows, maybe you go a little bit further, push into the entirety of your hands. Keep tail tucked, squeeze out, straighten arms. 2 more of those. Bend and straighten, big breaths. Can you find your entire tubular core filling with your inhale, squeezing with your exhale. Okay, booty's down. You can cross your legs and walk your bricks forward, pushing on them to come over to hands and knees, or you could just whip your hips or legs to the side, roll on a hip, walk bricks forward. Okay, you'll find yourself on hands and knees, and then keep your hands on the bricks for this one. Find all that stuff we did before, but you're gonna lift your heels as well and balance on your knees. Now, if you have sensitive knees, grab a pillow or something, put them underneath, and then let's get into it. Bend the knees, engage the hamstrings. Tuck the tail, round the spine like cat pose, and then see if you can kind of pull your shoulders down towards your butt. Now start to bend your elbows again and do the same thing. Hug them together. Now keep your shoulders down. Hug hands, start to straighten arms. Notice if your spine went into extension. See if you're back bending. If so, think the opposite. Think rounding forward. Okay, let's get 3 more of those. Shoulders down. Bend elbows. Hug, hug, hug. Hands in, but keep tail tucked, belly on, and straighten arms. Okay, go a little bit lower. Notice when the shoulders want to creep up, keep pulling them back down, and then work the pecs and the muscles under the pecs, the sides of their ribs. 1 more, 2 more, I don't know, sorry, I'm not great at counting. Whatever, we're doing 2. Find the peace and power, last one, go for it. Hug the elbows in. Yes, feels like elbows right now. And then lower your butt to your heels, find a child's pose. Walk your bricks forward. Squeeze your heels to your glutes. Tuck tail, squeeze belly in, breathe into the back. Then walk your bricks back. Come up to hands and knees, put your hand on your heart, take one breath, and see if you can feel into the energy of gratitude for your body in whatever shape it is. And know that it thanks you for taking a little bit of time out to spend time with it, and so do I. So thanks. Have a great whatever time it is out there in cyberspace.